Well, hello there ladies and gentlemen, you're back with Dak, and today we're playing more Satisfactory on our experimental alternate megabase series. So, in our last episode we got 2 statas per second, which we'll go down and have a look at in a minute. I did a few things off camera. You may notice these have shuffled up slightly. I've now got quick wire coming in. That was a little bit more of a nightmare than I thought. And also, this is how I'm going to be doing my ramps down now. I've not put any of the walls in yet, but yeah, we come down. We can get 3 more things coming in here. So that's how that goes. Oh dear. I am aware, by the way, that I could have just used the elevators, which in retrospect would look loads neater, and we might as well try and use them at some point. But for now, this works, so why not? Admittedly, this has had to come out a little bit further, but I can go no further than that. I should be able to get one more line in, but it won't be as pretty if I need to. I also neatened up the front of the base a bit more because I didn't like the ramps and stuff that I had going on around here. So just to show you that, we now jump up there and land on here. And we've just got a bridge going from one side to the other, so I can generally see what is happening. I've got a feeling we're going to need more coal very soon. Also, if you can see off in the distance, and it's actually beautiful looking at my base from over that way, that is sulfur. So I've now got this normal sulfur joined up with this normal sulfur, so I've got 450 coming in ready for when we need it, which shouldn't be too far away now. What else did I do off camera? I'm sure there was something else I meant to mention. Oh, duh. I went and doubled the rotors. And I actually think I've got a nice layout for the for the belts now. So if I can just go and show you that very quickly. Screws, them, cables, reinforced. There we go. Finish off there. So there are all the screws coming in. You can't really see it from this side. Let's just get to this platform and you should be able to see my handiwork. As you can see, they've all stalled out. So the machines are working, have finished working now. I think the way I've done it works brilliant. You've got the first line coming in, and that actually finishes off there, and whatever is left, which should be very little, comes out, and it doesn't join straight in here, because that's an issue I noticed last time when we did the other thing. It actually joins 2 machines down. So the first line does 3. I could tell you the maths behind it. It's like one line does 3.4 machines, so it'll fill them 3, and then the 0.4 will come this way. The second line then drops down into there, and that does 6.8 machines, so we've called it 3 again, so it does 1, 2, 3. Whatever's left over, so the 0.8 comes out and into here. The third line then drops down and goes into 3 machines, but then it's like 10.2. So we needed to do 4 machines, and this extra line can carry the rest of whatever up there. It does work, I believe. It should be 100% efficiency, so I'm not lying when I put 100% efficiency in the title anymore. But that is all to help today's episode. I've also started doing this trick a little bit now, because it's loads better. If I can actually jump. No, can't do it. Anyway. It does help me getting back into the base quicker. I'll show you at some point. Up we go. We want to go and work on our motors today. Now, which one was motors? I can't really tell from up here. That's why we've got the markings. And there. And that's what we do now to get down. Nice and easy. So let's cut these out, because these don't want to be here. None of this wants to be here. Yeah, my inventory is going to get quite full quite quickly. It'll be okay. Want to cut this line back. Crap. We are overfilled with motors. I don't want anything past this point. It doesn't help that I've got all different lines still. That's why we're getting all the different sorts of resources at the minute. Let's grab this, and this, and this, and keep cutting you back, because you're not going to be there anymore. This doesn't want to be there anymore. We are very nearly at the stage where we've got Mark IV belts everywhere, which is just what I wanted to do. We also don't need this hole in the ground here anymore. Not for now, anyway. It's going to be very slightly moved. No point taking the power cable out this second, although I know roughly where it's going to go anyway. So let's finish clearing this up, and then we can get on with our motors, which actually shouldn't take us too long, because we've not got to do that many machines for it. Yeah, I thought you'd start leaving chests everywhere. Delete all of these. Excuse me, I believe I deleted you. You know what, delete all the motors, we're going to pick up loads anyway. I probably should have done this bit off camera, realistically. Anyway. Let's continue our deletion of the old base. Out with the old, in with the new. If we get rid of the lines first, rather than trying to delete everything in one go, it might work out better for us. Then we can delete these two, which will probably leave a chest. Yeah. These do not, though. Wonderful. So take what you can and delete all of these again. Just don't want them. Not yet. I shouldn't actually have to delete the next chest's worth of stuff. Yeah. Right, now we're good. Now we can start building things. So let's get the first assembler down, and then we can see what the plan's going to be. So you are going to go there and overhang the front, not the back. That's the one. And you are making me some motors. So, what did we decide on last time? We've got 120, so 12 machines, and then that gives me 1 per second of motors. Easy enough. There's one. We shouldn't have to do too much counting today. I can hopefully count to 12 correctly. That's 2. That's 3. That's 4. Come on. 5. 6. 7. Oh, I did get all the rest of my beacons in as well last night. 8. 9. Come on. 10. 11. Last one. Come on. The rest have gone in okay. Why are you being a pig? And 12. And we can tell them all what to do. I know. It's all very repetitive. Until we get something that can actually automate the building process for us, then this is just how it's got to be. I know we need to make beacons in factories soon. And by factories, I mean you need a goddamn manufacturer to make beacons. Seems a little bit excessive, doesn't it? But it will be for the radars, or whatever they're called. I've not quite got that far yet, so yeah, we're getting there. Now we can take this out. We don't need anything coming up through the floor. And you are on that line there. Beautiful. And then we can just throw the rest of these down nice and quickly. We've got nothing in our way, and then we can get the belts in. It really should be a quick process, this one. But what have we got to do after motors? They're encased industrial beams. I may actually do that on this episode, just move it all up one, because we generally already got the maths right for it. We might want to up the maths a little bit for it, but we'll see in a moment. I say a moment, that's a bit optimistic, isn't it? I always think these things are going to be dead quick, and then it ends up taking the full episode. The lag spikes are getting massively worse now. Massively, massively worse. They seem to be more frequent as well now. Might help if I walled some things in so it's not trying to draw everything at once, but anyway. Cool, so this is going to be simple. Splitters, one line down, all, well, for both of them, hook them in, do the outputs, Bob's a teapot. Lovely, lovely, lovely. There looks about right. There was, quite frankly, not right. There. And you should better drop straight in. We're not going to hook it up right this second. You're going to come all the way down here with me. Yup. 1 too far. There we go. There we go. Beautiful. I've got the right angle, it seems, to just strafe straight into everything. Last one, and then we just want the actual belt coming along, and there and there. So we might as well hook these up as we go. We've got no shenanigans to do this time with the belts. They're literally just straight in. Don't join it from that side though. That is not what I wanted. Kind of failed that jump there. Anyway, you saw nothing. I am feeling that we've got to go and like explore at some point soon, but we've explored most of it. I think I'd only really want to go and explore if I'm going to build that new Explorer that we've got, just to see what that's like. But not yet. Not yet. And as I normally do, we're going to have one between every machine, just so the lines are nice and consistent. We want to keep in with the OCD as well. Admittedly, I've done a fair few things now that break the rules, but if I don't show them you, they don't count. Oh, I know what I went and did as well. If I show you from the map, when I did the sulfur, we had a line over here that was just 2 impure veins, so it was only giving me 300. This one that says unused iron 2, it's now only unused iron 1, because the path for the sulfur came straight down into this and then joined straight through this. So we've actually got all full lines of iron ore coming in now. So you've not got to worry. Everything is as 100% as I'm making out now. Yeah, I don't think there was anything else that I did off camera. Even then, that took me a while. We are finally, by the way, over 100 hours into this playthrough. I know people have done several playthroughs already, and each one's 100 hours, but, you know, I'm just enjoying this one. And you've got to think, this is the game that I started the very day the alpha weekend came out. I've continued it on from there. I mean, I guess it's slow progress, but it's tidy, it's neat, it all works properly, or it will do very soon. We've put a lot of effort into it. I'm quite proud of my base. I'd like to think you guys are enjoying it as well. I seem to be getting a few more views now, so hello to you guys that have decided to start watching. Hopefully I'm not making too many mistakes, but please let me know if I am. Can't even say the word mistakes properly, I turn it into steaks apparently. May have steak for tea today. We will see. No, it's Friday. Well, for me it's Friday. I'm massively in front with Satisfactory still. Friday night for me is takeaway night. So, yeah, it's probably takeaway tonight. Luna gets her chicken strips, where I have the skin. She gets the chicken, and then a pizza for me. Beautiful. So, we're very nearly done motors already, when I've just done telling you what I'm contemplating having for tea tonight. Oh dear. And yes, I'm English. It will be tea at tea time. I don't have a cup of tea. Tea time generally being what? Between 4 and 6? Yeah, I'm not going to begin to explain English meal times, because it's all sorts of stupidness that, you know, it just, I don't care. It doesn't bother me. You call it what you call it. If you're eating food, that's all that matters, right? Anyway, mergers. You need to be like so, and there we go. It just me, does the game actually seem to be getting... No, it's not getting slightly laggy. At least I hope it's not. I've not quite got to the end. Other than them lag spikes, it's not bad. It might be the new graphics cards and computer in general that's doing that. I've yet to play a game that it struggles with. I mean, you kind of expect that with what I've got in the computer nowadays. And if you are a new viewer and you want to know what's in my computer, just go to the description below. I've got all my hardware and software listed that I use. Can you not be in a nightmare, please? And just get in. Because I thought it's the sort of thing people generally would like to know. But yeah, it's been there for God knows how long. If you go and watch my channel updates, it appeared there when I did my unboxing of my new computer. So you can actually go and see what it looks like. Admittedly, I do naughty things with it. I did open the case on my lap and put my hands inside it, which I know you shouldn't do. No anti-static mats or cables or anything like that, which I should do, but I've worked with computers before. I say worked with them. I've never actually had a job working with computers. Unless you count this, but it's not really a job. It's more of a hobby. a fun hobby. I am enjoying it. Hopefully you guys are. And we want to take that back out. I don't think I ran this properly from the marketplace. I'm fairly sure I didn't run it properly. No, I didn't. There's actually no reason for me to do all this rubbish. But I like it, and I'm fairly sure I'm probably making some chests along the way. Because I shouldn't have the room to pick all these up. Yep. Now that looks ridiculous. Let's just drop all of them then. And bring this out to not there. Yeah. There's a lot of motors on one belt, isn't there? Oh, we only made a few chests. Good. See how many of these I can delete from this distance. That'll do. And then I can bring the wire out with me. Naming conventions aren't my strong suit. I'll give you that one. I've called them wires and cables so far, and we're what? 15 minutes into an episode. We'll get there. And then at one point, this stretches further. I don't understand it. So far, so good. We need to get rid of more of these. I just want them all to be identical. Well, they're not all going to be identical, are they? Because some are longer than others. In fact, each one is progressively longer than the next. Than the previous, even. There. It goes longer. I don't understand it. And no, that's not what she said. And this one then goes another one further. Is this one going to go even further? No, that's the same distance as the last one. And there are our motors. Really didn't take long, did it? Should we get the screenshot now? Why not? We've essentially done what I wanted to get done for the episode. I can never get decent angles for these. That was a bit pathetic, wasn't it? Can I get on top of this power pole? I don't see why not. I can get on top of most other things. Well, that's a bit lackluster, isn't it? Well, it does what we want it to do. Let's go photo mode. And clear that off. I want to get a fair few motors on screen at the same time, if at all possible. Come on. Come on. That'll do. Anyway, that's our motors sorted out. I guess I can actually disconnect all of this for now. And I am going to want to delete this because it's going to have a slight kink in the middle of it, which we don't want. And refresh it. Yeah, let's start taking all this out. So what have we got to do? Encased industrial beams, which we've generally already got the measurements for. These are generally already correct as well. And then we're up to the end game stuff. Ooh, the base is nearly done. I know what we've got to do. Oil. And that's actually going to be a bit of a nightmare because where I've built the doodah. Why these are Mark III belts? That is awful. Because of where I've built it, I can't. It's going to be 15 refineries for these two. They're actually going to have to just come over the edge of the waterfall a bit, which I'm okay with, I guess, but it's just going to look a little bit not like I want it. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. What on earth is happening here? Well, I'm fairly sure this can go, because it's not hooked up anyway. We'll get to the part where we're bringing this all down the bus later on. These facilities at the end haven't been working for quite some time, but the belts are still all full, so doesn't really matter that much, does it? Do I want to take this down on camera? I don't think I do. Let's get the ramp in down here and the jump pad. So our floor down goes here, and it's that one. I have got decent at making these nowadays because they're not actually that difficult. And rotate, rotate. And it's just these ones that are a nightmare Because you've got to put it on the opposite tile for some stupid reason. So that corner, and that corner, and that corner. There you go. Done. I believe these go down by 5, if I can remember rightly. 1. You're not meant to be a half tile. Anyway. 2, 3, 4, 5. And you get one of these junctions in, and then you just go left and right. Down by 3. 1. God damn it, rotated the wrong way. 2 and 3. There we go. The jump pad goes smack in the middle of this. See, this is all the little things that I do off camera. Nothing really important or anything to shout about or show off, but it's just how I do it. I assume people want to see that every now and again. And then they're all in the middle. Oh, I know what I can check. Have I got this in the right place? Because I did have to measure some of these and guesstimate. They're not all centralised. It does annoy me a touch, but I don't think there's anything I can really do about that. Yeah, that's fine for me. Now, these all seem jammed up. Have I done the maths right? 12 should be right. Because I've got 120 and 120 coming in. Yeah, that should be right. It's probably just... I don't know. Well, anyway. They're already full anyway, so it really makes no difference. Do we want to do more of this on camera? Well, I guess we can shuffle this up by 1 now, while we're here. Now, is that where I want the ramp coming up? I believe so, yeah. Let me just double check. It's got to keep fitting in. Ramp is actually on this tile right here. So we've got the gap there and the ramp there. So they can go back in. You can come out. You can be whatever you want to be. A small... Well, actually, it's horrible getting that in right now. Let's get our wall in first. And it doesn't matter which one the first one is. The second one can be that. And unless you've got them too high, you don't actually need anything else. Any walls or anything around it. It's just the half foundation is enough for it. Let's sort this out as well. It's alright, I'm just doing my off-camera work on camera. There you go. Enjoy. Love it. You don't actually reach all the way there. Seems stupid. This is the first time we use concrete down here, so fair enough. And you can just come to wherever. I mean, I can connect all this back up, but there's really no reason to at the minute. What the hell did I do with the belts down here? Stupid. We know they're going to have to come all the way down here at some point, so might as well do it now while I'm just killing some time. And encased industrial beams is where we're going to use a lot of concrete. Now, I'm fairly sure, wasn't this limited by the concrete when I first set it up? I think it was. And now we've got a full Mark IV belt's worth, and basically it's all for this, and whatever isn't for this is for down there, so yeah. Right, I think the splitter needs to come right in the middle of this tile. Looks fairly central to me. And how do we do this again? You've got to be 1, 2. Well, no, it's got to be 1, sorry. And then it goes up to 2. There we go. And 1, 2. You go up twice. You just come across into that. You go up into that. You go up into that. And there you go. That's it. That's all I do. Although I don't actually like this like this. Let's do the normal thing that we do. Just so it's not running along the ground. I'm trying to get all belts off the ground. I don't like them on the ground because then you can't just run under them. It's a bit pointless, but anyway. There we go. What are we on? 25 minutes. We could actually go and have a look at the researchers that I've got left over. Because I do keep meaning to get to them. I should have left this one here and moved the other line back this side. I'm going to do that off camera now. I want the ones coming out the floor closer to the machines because then it can just run straight in. Whereas this way around, I've got to go up, and I'd rather not go up because the other line's already up. So, what I've just did is completely wrong. I'm not complaining. Let's get rid of this extra bit of concrete. We don't need it. We don't need these stators. Don't need this. Don't need this. Don't need this. What else have we got that I don't need? That's about it, actually. I do want to pick more of these up, because then that is going to empty the machines out for me. I think that'll be enough. Well, it's the normal amount I have. My inventory's about right. Ish, sorta, maybe. Yeah, let's go and have a look at the researchers that I've got left. Because there's not that many. I don't think I can do any of these yet. Because I've not got... I could actually just go and make those now and throw them in. What do we need for 5 Nubelisks? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I need 5 beacons. Which we can do. And I need 25 black powder. So I just need to go and grab some sulfur. That's not difficult. It's not too far away. Admittedly, I've got to go and grab it off the belt. I'm going to need 50 of those, aren't I? Excuse me. So there is my sulfur lime. Let's just gently glide down there. Just grab 50 of these. And then we can throw these into the research. I'm sure it was 2 of these to 1 coal. There we go. And back up. I'm getting quite... used to using the jetpack now. It's quite good. Quite good. I prefer the legs, but when you're on Mark 4 belts, I'm fairly sure you don't run any faster anyway. So you just put the jetpack on and then you can jump the corners. It's brilliant. Loads of fun. Not that one. We want to be in here. And we want to make 25 of these. Shouldn't take me but a second. And yes, it does seem like it was 50. I do need to go and grab another half stack of coal though. And then we can get this research, just in case there's anything hiding behind it. Alien organs, by the way, are used for medical inhalers. So guess what I'm going to be making out of alien organs from now on. Anyway, let's get this and go. So that'll be ready for next episode, hopefully. Although I'm tempted to do another one straight after this one. Why not? How many of these do... In fact, I've not researched it yet. That's what we were doing. Tier 4. So, we unlocked this one from the first one. And you... Apparently that lagged my game out something fierce. You need those and those. Some of those. And let's just go and grab 2 stacks of wire. Easy enough. Just come across to the marketplace. Didn't mean to grab that one. Anyway. It'll only take it a moment to fill those back up, because we've got ridiculous amounts of it coming in. And... enjoy. So there's the alien organs from... What's it called? Well, the pod does have to return. I can actually do that as well. 1 minute. Let's go and grab 100 of those. I don't think I'll be able to use the jetpack to get back up, although I can. 1 moment. And where's... I'm about to say, where's my jetpack gone? It's right there. Let's just fly over here. It's alright. I've got a way back to the base, don't you worry. just get up here, and then we can grab 100 of this, and then hopefully the 2 minutes will have passed. Spam, 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 spam. Come on. Halfway there. Yeah, we're at about time now, so I can just finish off getting these researchers, and we'll call that a day. So, feather it. This is all I was doing last night when I'm running back from those lanes out there. You just fly back. It's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And land. So it is good to keep a load of these things on you. Let's just go and grab another half stack of coal. Oh, the more observant of you, will have noticed at some point, in fact, I don't think you will, when I connected the Caterium up last time, I think it might have been off camera, I don't know, I actually cut off all the power running to my oil side of the map. So all of my fuel run out. Now, I have still got the power just from coal, because it's like 2,500 watts or something like that. Just from coal. But yeah, it wasn't until I clicked on one of these, and it's like, why, I've only got that I realised. It was a little bit upsetting, but it's not something that was the end of the world. I managed to sort it out quite quickly. I'd literally just moved one power line at some point and not hooked it back up. So might as well sort my inventory out while I'm babbling on and waiting. And you can have another one of them. Probably don't need any screws. Shouldn't really need any wire, but we need a small amount. 1, 2, 3. Put that back. So I always like 3 rows of cable on me. We need 2. Oh my word. I can actually delete some of these rotors. Do want 1 more stack of steel, because I always keep 2 of those on me. 2 full stacks of that. You need some more of those. We've not actually got a full stack of motors. I've got some stators. There you go. Encased industrial beams. I've actually got 1 too many stacks of this, because that's not... I always like 1 full row of encased industrial beams, just to make sure. It seems good. Yeah, that's fine. Oh, I put all my power shards in here as well. I thought, why not, really? It doesn't have the same feng shui as the rest of it, but yeah. We can slap the rest of this in here now, so that's all of that, some of that, some of that. Crystal, yes, it is crystal. Oscillators. Oh, you need mycelia. I believe I've got some. So I do think it's about time we got some of these. Just for when I go out. Because then I've not really got to take nuts and whatever with me. I can just take these. Get down to fairly low health and then use one to get full health back. That's fine. You don't actually need that much mycelia, do you? You know what? Let's take that off and put that on. Don't need it right this second, but I always do that. And nuts can go back in there and get sorted. We don't actually use all that much food. Don't need your intestines anymore. And what is the final research? The rebar scattergun. Lag spike. I think these motors are drunk. We might as well throw that in, and I've lost my motors. There. Need 5 more stacks of this, so I might as well get 6, get the modules back, and yeah, we're about good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I've lost modular frames. They're right there. Another stack of those, please. And another stack of those, please. Good. So this should be all of the research for now, at least until that Nobelisk has been researched, and then we'll see what comes from that. Hopefully a jet. That'd be dead cool. Nah, I highly doubt there's jets in the game yet. The rebar scattergun, though, it might be worth having a look to see what that does. I assume it shoots things. New equipment and new parts. Does it look cool then? That's the question. It looks like a normal scattergun. Rebar gun. Fair enough. What did we need to make these? Fabric. I do need to make some filters at some point. But not in this episode. Because other than me grabbing some more quick wire, which still hasn't filled up yet. This does take a fair while, but they do stack to 500, so you've got to give it a slight break, I guess. Yeah. Oh, and I need one more stack of concrete. Oh, it's because I had the alien intestines. Yeah. Organs, even, not intestines. It's a little bit too graphic, that, isn't it? But yeah, I think that's good to leave it there. We've got 1 motor per second. That is getting dead framey now. My computer must have something going on in the background, because it's not normally like this. Unless a load of things just kicked into action all at the same time. Anyway, that is it for this episode. So thank you very much for watching. If you've enjoyed the video, feel free to leave a like. And don't forget to subscribe if you'd like to see some more. Other than that, I'll see you guys next time. Cheers!